Hi, today I'm going to tell you about Turtle Diary. It's a really neat program. It's both academic and it has games and fun, different activities for pre-K through 5th grade. So it's a wide variety. And to start, you would want to make an account. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to show you my personal information, but then you'll get all of your login. And then once you're in here, you will I'm going to start at the beginning, at the front. These are, you can either click on these to go to the grades, but I'm going to show you the dashboard, and this is shortcuts that you can get to some of these, like the timeline and reports, and you can like create worksheets and all of that through different links up here as well. We're just going to go into settings, which will also get us to manage students and class. In settings, if you manage your students, I'm going to do the student because right now I only have one student in my class, and his name is John Doe because I'm original, and this student is the class right now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like through his view in a moment. He's going to need this class code to log in. I'm going to make everything like it's first grade. In doing that, he is under 13. I couldn't find anything regarding like COPPA and like I guess a limit, like kids as far as like pre-K can have accounts. So I would just get a parent consent verifying that they're fine with their student being on here, because it does reveal his name, and then there will be assessment reports as well. And just get like your acceptable use policy signed by parents and students in case they do something wrong, so everyone's just covered. And then make sure that when you're not using the program, you log out under FERPA, so that if you're going to lunch or whatever, this isn't just like, man, this guy did terrible on a test, just so that it's not broadcasted. And then once they're out of your class, or once you've moved on and you no longer need this information, just make sure that you delete it so that it's just not hanging around, and it's just, we're supposed to get rid of it. And then obviously you're supposed to make sure that the kids stay on the site and on task. So it is a pretty engaging site, so I think that should be a little easier, but I mean, that's always the goal. So in doing this, here's John Doe, and if you wanted to see, like earlier he did a quiz, so there's like the timeline, and then like we did practicing like adding doubles, so it showed like what time he completed it. It was today. And then you could click on that and it would show you what he did, and it will show you the whole quiz. And then you can get like reports, and just to manage, I guess, if there's like red flags, or if you're concerned about a student, or you just want to get like an idea of how they're doing, you can get reports. You can do quiz report. I don't know if it's quiz report. I think it's assessment report. It showed, shucks. News overview. Yeah, so here was like, I think, yeah, it's how he did. So it's like how the time he spent and how well he did. And the student can see this as well, so that they can see how they're doing. If you wanted to, let me go back to where we were. You can create and assign, make assignments. Maybe I'll go here. And you can assign quizzes and different assessments for your students. And then, so like we could create a quiz real quick, and then, so let's do really quick, math, first grade, and then we want to do practice, first grade, math, and let's say that he's going to be doing date and time telling. We can search for an activity. Here's the activity. And then I think click it, and then you hit save, and then it should be assigned, but it could be wrong. So we'll do this quiz 2. And then we'll go and I'll show you from his perspective what it looks like. Perfect. So I'm going to log out. So if I go under John Doe, he's going to be a student. And then he needs that class code. So that was E085C3. And then his name, I just made him, so like with the Kappa thing, because he's under 13, he'd have his own account. So John Doe, and I made him John Doe. Like I just made the password his name. Oh, I messed up the class code, sorry. E085C3. And then, alright. John Doe. Yep. And then there he is again. He's not a robot. Okay, sorry. So then, once he's in here, it's a more limited view. He doesn't have as many options as the teacher. But, like if you look at his homepage, it's similar to what the teacher sees, which is really neat. So that if they have like free reign, they can go into different activities. If he came in here, he could go to his assignments, and then you can see that this is a pending activity. So I assigned that to him, so he would go in and complete it. And he can just click on it, and like practice again, and he would get in and he would finish it. And then like his list of assignments, he can see like his report. I took a quiz earlier, so this might be, oh, it's still pending, so it's probably this quiz. But for the sake of time, because I'm getting long, so he can go and take the quiz. He can also see his reports. And then that goes with the ISTE standard, that with guidance from an educator, students recognize performance feedback from digital tools, make adjustments based on feedback, and use age appropriate technology to share learning. So we can see how he's doing, and if he's like, I did not do well in addition, I should probably play some addition games and just work on, like, it's just so he can see how he's doing to help monitor himself. And then the other standard was for the knowledge constructor 3C, with guidance from an educator, students explore a variety of teacher selected tools to organize information and make connections to their learning. So like I just assigned him that quiz, but you can assign different activities, which I want to show you, and then they can help, like this kind of organizes it for them, and then they can make connections to their learning. Sorry, I need water. Sorry about that. So if you go in, you can either go into this, and you can pick your grade. So if you're a first grader, and then you can look at like the games, you can look at the videos, you can look at all the activities, and then once you do the activities, let's do math. If it's here, if it's not, it's fine. Well, we can do games. And then you go into your subject. So then your games, like math games, and then so you can select first grade, then you select like addition. So just like the same, this is the same exact thing. It's just another way to do it. So like videos, and then you're gonna go to your grade, first grade, and then your subject. And then, in here in the videos, I believe, yeah, you do your grade, and then you pick your subject and your videos, and you can also do Common Core. And, the Common Core one kind of goes with, I can click on it, the ISTE standard, computational thinker 5D. Students understand how technology is used to make a task easier or repeatable, and can identify real-world examples. And so We did first grade. And then like nouns, the blank, learning fractions. I just did like real world examples because like the pencils, like you can measure pencils for long and short, like the fractions, they'll give you like your pi or kind of traditional examples. But I mean they are based on like real world problems, like word problems, I guess. And then if you want to keep going, like your quizzes and assessment tests, you can assign games, videos, practice, or lessons. It's not just like a test. You can assign like, play this game. And, let me see here, sorry. And then like your assessment tests, like you can pick what you want them to do. So again, like you select your grade, like you can go through, and then like, it's really easy. You can do addition, like if that's what you're working on. Printables, there's a bunch here. It's really cool. Like if you would pick worksheets, you choose your grade, subject, and area, just like everything else. And then kind of like just weed everything out and organize it for you. They have coloring pages on here. There's online lessons for kids. Again, choose your grade, your subject. And then, so these are all different printables. If they want to color, like if I was going to do this with my daughter because it's fun. The online lessons, you would choose your grade, your subject, math, and then there's like all these different things you can do. And then at the bottom down here, I think, maybe I was wrong. I thought that there was additional games down there. Maybe I didn't go to first grade. But then, if you go to more, then there's science experiments, stories. It's similar to the dashboard, like what you saw in the beginning. But then you can also do like assignments, and you can do all different things like science experiments. This is just kind of like an addition to, it's more like interactive, I'd say, and not as much like task oriented. So then you can like play with it and do things, and it's just that was kind of fun because it wasn't just like solve this problem or read this story. And there are books and everything in here. There's typing activities. There's so much stuff. It's really fun. There's like to learn the keyboard. There's a lot of things like typing games. Yeah, like Fun and More. There's really a lot. But then, so it can be either fun for kids, kind of like free reign, or it can be more task oriented where the teacher assigns different tasks and the students complete them based on the beginning what I showed you, and then they get their progress is monitored. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'm gonna go because I went a long time. All right, bye.